Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order and acknowledge that we are in Treaty 1 territory, the home and traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, Innu, Cree, and Dakota peoples, and in the national homeland of the Red River Métis. Our drinking water comes from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation in Treaty 3 territory. My name is Lynn Nesbitt, and I will be chairing today's panel. Joining me on the panel also via Zoom are Diane Knight and Valerie Warhun. Our assessor today is Jennifer Martins, and our administrative personnel is Phoebe Graywood. We will be hearing applications for revision of the assessment roll in accordance with the Municipal Assessment Act. The matters for which revision is requested have been described in each application, and we will limit discussion to those matters. The statements that are made at this hearing are sworn testimony, and anyone speaking to the matters must be sworn in. Be advised that comparisons of assessments of properties are not considered evidence of market value by the Board of Revision. The Board of Revision is appointed annually by Council and is independent of it and the City Administration. It makes its decisions on the basis of the evidence provided at this hearing and issues a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the Board's decisions with respect to an application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to assessed value or classification, or to the Court of King's Bench if the matter pertains to the application of exemptions from taxation. Should you wish to appeal, information on how to do so will be included with the Board's order. With respect to the hearing process, I will confirm the points of appeal with your property to be addressed with the applicant following the swearing in. We will then have the assessor's testimony followed by questions that the applicant may have, and then the applicant's testimony followed by questions. Each side will have an opportunity to summarize if they wish. Once all of the evidence about an application has been brought forward, the applicant may leave. The process will repeat for each item on the docket today. The session will close after all the applications have been heard, and the Board will deliberate in private and make its decisions. You will receive the Board's decision by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live streamed, recorded, and will be part of the public record. We will be hearing items 1 and 2 on our docket today. Ms. Graywood, please affirm the assessor's and applicant's testimony.
Martins, please state your full name.
Jennifer Suzanne Martins.
Do you affirm the evidence you're about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Story, please state your full name.
My name is Jared Story.
Do you affirm the evidence you're about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Thank you, and good evening, Ms. Martins and Mr. Story. Let's start right in with item number 1, file number 24-2558, 430 Webb Place, please. Ms. Martins.
This one is roll number 130-523-73000. This is address 430 Webb Place for the roll year 2025 with a reference date of April 1st, 2023. We have an assessed value of $16,226,000. This property has a classification of 40. It's an institutional property with a liability status of S, so it is taxable yet school exempt. This is an apartment building. There's one building with 17 stories. It was built in 1988 with 122 suites. It has 108 parking spots that are indoors. And we have a gross floor area of 143,474 square feet. On this one, I would like to make a verbal recommendation to value.
Yes.
And we would like to adjust the value to $13,938,000.
Okay, I'll just repeat that. Recommendation to reduce the value to $13,938,000.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Story.
Yes, we are in agreement, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Then I'll ask the panel if they have any questions. Ms. Knight?
I do not.
Thank you. Ms. Werhan?
I do not, thank you.
Okay, and neither do I. So thank you for that, Ms. Martins and Mr. Story. That will conclude item number 1. Let's move to item number 2, please. File number 24-2555, 100 The Promenade. Ms. Martins.
This one, the roll number is 130524814000. Address 100 The Promenade for the roll year 2025 with the reference date of April 1st, 2023. The assessed value is $2,685,000. And again, this one is classified as 40 an institutional property with a liability of S, so it is taxable school tax exempt. This is an apartment building, one building with 4 stories, built in 1911 with an effective built date 1968, and it has 28 suites. And we have a verbal recommendation to go to $2,401,000.
Okay, I'll just repeat that. Verbal recommendation to reduce the value to $2,401,000.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Story?
Yes, we're in agreement, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll ask my panel members, do they have any questions? Ms. Werhan?
None, thank you.
Ms. Knight?
No, thank you.
Okay, and I don't either. So thank you very much. That will conclude our hearing on item number 2, and it concludes our hearing now that we've heard both items. So thank you very much and have a good evening.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone. Have a great
Thank
evening.
you.
Thank you.